Keep growing or start dying. Why? Because life doesn't stand still. Success can be dangerous, not because success is bad, but because success can make you comfortable, too comfortable. Comfort can make you stop improving. And when you stop improving, you don't stay the same, you start going backward. That's the part most people miss. They think the opposite of growth is standing still. It's not. The opposite of growth is decline. Welcome to the Way of Permanent Transformation. I'm your host, Stanley Bronstein. Today we're talking about a hard truth. Keep growing or start dying. This is part 3 of my series called Success Won't Solve This Problem. And the problem we're talking about today is stagnation, the quiet kind, the kind that happens after you've achieved something, built something, survived something, or reached a point where life finally feels manageable. Then slowly you stop growing. You stop challenging yourself. You stop raising your standards. You stop improving your health. You stop learning. You stop stretching. You stop becoming. At first, nothing terrible happens. That's what makes it dangerous. There's no explosion, no alarm bell, just a slow loss of sharpness, a slow loss of energy, a slow loss of possibility, a slow narrowing of your future. That's where success can fool you. Success gives you evidence that you once grew. It tells you, I did something, I accomplished something, I made it through something. And that may be true. But yesterday's growth does not guarantee today's growth. Yesterday's discipline does not guarantee today's discipline. Yesterday's improvement does not protect you from today's decline. You can have success behind you and stagnation in front of you. You can have achievements on your wall and still be drifting in your life. You can have money, status, comfort, respect, and experience and still be slowly shrinking inside. That's why success will not solve this problem. Success may reward who you became, but it does not automatically keep you becoming. One of my books, The Way of Can I, teaches a powerful idea: constant and never ending improvement. Not occasional improvement, not dramatic improvement only when life falls apart, not I'll change when I feel inspired, but constant and never ending improvement. But that does not mean you have to make some massive life change every day. That's not realistic. That's not sustainable. And for many people, that's exactly why they quit. They make improvement too big. They make growth too dramatic. They think every day has to be a breakthrough. So when they have a hard day, a tired day, or a disappointing day, they decide they failed. And once they think they failed, they stop. That's the trap. The Way of Can I gives us a better question. Not, can I change everything today? Not, can I fix my whole life this week? The question is simpler. Can I make one intentional improvement today? Just one. One better choice, one honest conversation, one walk, one better meal, one task completed, one apology, one boundary, one moment where I pause instead of react, one promise kept, one small decision that says, I'm still in the process. That's how growth stays alive. The reason this matters is because life compounds. That's the message of another one of my books, The Way of the Long Term. What you repeat becomes your future. Small improvements compound. Small neglects compound too. A little movement every day changes the body. A little laziness every day changes the body too. A little honesty every day changes a relationship. A little avoidance every day changes a relationship too. A little learning every day changes the mind. A little mental laziness every day changes the mind too. A little discipline every day builds self respect. A little excuse making every day destroys self respect. Time is always working. The question is whether it's working for you or against you. That's why the title of this video is not just a slogan. Keep growing or start dying. Because if you stop feeding your future, it starts weakening. Some people hear the word growth and immediately think of pressure. More work, more goals, more achievement, more pushing, more proving. That's not what this is about. Growth is not always adding more. Sometimes growth is maintaining what matters. Sometimes growth is not slipping backwards. Sometimes growth is refusing to let a hard day become a hard month. Sometimes growth is simply returning. That may not look impressive, but it matters. The way of Can I recognizes that there are different kinds of winning days. Some days are progress days. You move forward, you stretch, you grow. Some days are maintenance days. You hold the line, you do the minimum that still protects the path. You don't make things worse. And some days are recovery days. You slipped, but you return quickly. You don't let one bad decision become your new identity. That's how permanent transformation survives real life, because real life doesn't give you perfect conditions. Real life gives you fatigue, stress, disappointment, interruptions, responsibilities, pain, uncertainty. And if your improvement system only works when everything feels easy, it's not a real system. It's a fantasy. That's why maintenance matters. Most people underestimate maintenance because it doesn't feel exciting. It doesn't feel like a breakthrough. It doesn't give you a dramatic story to tell, but maintenance often prevents collapse. In health, maintenance may be taking a short walk instead of doing nothing. In finances, maintenance may be not making the impulsive purchase that starts the spiral. In relationships, maintenance may be lowering your tone before the conversation gets worse. In your mind, maintenance may be refusing to believe the first negative story your tired brain tells you. In your work, maintenance may be finishing one important task instead of disappearing into distraction. That may not feel heroic, but it keeps the chain intact. And over time, that matters more than intensity. Intensity looks impressive, consistency changes your life. Law number 18 from the Way of Excellence, my personal development system I created, says the achievement of excellence requires constant and never ending improvement. That's not just a nice phrase, it's a warning, because the achievement of excellence is not a one time event. It's not a box you check. It's not something you accomplish once and then retire from. Excellence has to be lived, it has to be practiced, it has to be maintained, it has to be renewed. And the moment you stop renewing it, decay begins. That's true in the body. Stop moving long enough and capacity starts to decline. That's true in the mind. Stop learning long enough and thinking gets stale. That's true in relationships. Stop paying attention long enough and distance grows. That's true in purpose. Stop engaging with your future long enough and your life starts to feel flat. Not because you're bad, not because you're broken, but because living systems need movement. They need care. They need attention. They need renewal. So let's make this practical. Today, don't ask yourself, how do I change my whole life? That question's too big. Ask this: what is one intentional improvement I can make today? Not someday, today. Then ask, is it small enough to do? If it's too big, shrink it. Then ask, is it big enough to matter? If it's too vague, make it real. Then ask, could I still do some version of it on a hard day? That question matters because if your standard only works when life cooperates, it won't last. Here are examples. Instead of saying, I'm going to get healthy, say, today I'm going to walk for 20 minutes. Instead of saying, I'm going to fix my marriage, say, today I'm going to listen without interrupting. Instead of saying, I'm going to become more disciplined, say, today I'm going to finish the one task I've been avoiding. Instead of saying, I'm going to change my attitude, say, today I'm going to stop myself once before I complain. That is can I, constant and never ending improvement. One intentional improvement, small enough to do, big enough to matter, repeated long enough to change your life. And when you miss, return. That's it. Return. Don't turn one misday into a collapse. Don't turn one mistake into an identity. Don't say, I already failed, so I might as well quit. Just say, I messed up and now I'm going to return. Never miss twice if you can possibly help it. One miss can happen because life happens. Two misses often happen because you started telling yourself a story. I blew it. I'm not good at this. I'll start over later. I guess I haven't changed. Stop that. Return. A maintenance win counts. A smaller version counts. Doing the minimum counts. Holding the line counts. What matters is that you keep the path alive. The long term belongs to people who keep returning. Not perfect people, returning people. People who understand that time is going to compound something. So they become careful about what they feed. If you feed neglect, neglect compounds. If you feed excuses, excuses compound. If you feed discipline, discipline compounds. If you feed improvement, improvement compounds. The future is not only shaped by the big decisions, it's shaped by the repeated ones. So here's your action step. Before this day ends, choose one intentional improvement. Then do it. That's it. One sentence, one proof, one step, then do it again tomorrow. And when tomorrow is hard, choose the right win for the day you're in. Make progress if you can. Practice maintenance if you must. Recover if you slipped, but keep returning, keep compounding, keep becoming, because success is not enough. Comfort is not enough. Yesterday is not enough. You're still alive, so keep growing. That's the way of permanent transformation. If this message speaks to you, please like this video and subscribe to this channel. New videos are released on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And you can learn more or contact me at my website, thewayofexcellence.com.